Get ready, because today we're blasting off to explore a show you might not know,
Oh, yeah.
Space Academy.
Okay.
It's from 1977, a vintage sci-fi gem.
Huh.
Think Saturday morning, but with some Lost in Space and a little bit of Star Trek thrown in.
Interesting. Space Academy is fascinating. It gives us a look into TV back in the late 70s.
Okay, so set the stage for me. What's the show all about?
All right. Imagine the year 3732. Humanity spread out across the stars.
Okay.
And there's this amazing space station academy
Hmm.
where all the brightest young minds are training to explore space.
I'm already hooked. Are there any familiar faces we might recognize?
Well, you might remember Jonathan Harris. He played Dr. Smith in Lost in Space.
Yeah, of course.
Here he plays Commander Gampu, the head of the academy.
So Dr. Smith running a space academy? I love it.
Space Academy actually reused some of the sets and props from another Filmation show, Ark II.
Really? They
Yeah.
took stuff from a post-apocalyptic show and made futuristic spacecraft. That's pretty clever.
It really is. The creators had to get inventive to bring their vision to life.
Yeah, I can see that. So tell me, what kind of training do these cadets go through?
They're divided into teams, and we're focusing on Blue Team. They're teenagers with some pretty incredible abilities.
Okay, so it's not just learning to fly spaceships. They're pushing the boundaries of what humans can do.
You got it.
So is this where the show takes that superpowers in space kind of turn?
You could say that. There are the Gentry siblings, Chris and Laura. They're telepathic.
Oh,
And then there's Loki, who can teleport and see beyond the normal light spectrum.
telepathy, teleportation, they've got some serious skills.
For sure. And the show uses these powers to explore teamwork, responsibility, self-discovery.
But before we dive into the cadets' adventures, let's talk about Commander Gampu.
Okay.
What's his story? He's over 300 years old, right?
That's right. And his age isn't just a random detail.
Yeah, why is that?
It adds this whole other layer to the show's exploration of human history.
All right, you've got me hooked. Tell me more.
He's not just some strict authority figure. He's a source of wisdom. He represents how human values can endure, even in a far-off future.
You know, it's really cool how Space Academy can weave in those deeper themes
Yeah.
without losing the excitement of space exploration. You've got psychic powers, teleportation, aliens.
Right.
It's like they found that perfect balance between education and entertainment.
That's what good science fiction does, right? It takes those what-if ideas
Yeah,
and uses them to explore bigger things about humanity,
I see what you mean.
our potential, our place in the universe.
It makes you wonder if the creators were trying to say something about our future,
Oh, yeah.
about what we could achieve if we embrace exploration and push our limits. Let's open our minds to new possibilities.
Exactly.
So instead of that typical us versus them alien thing, Space Academy is encouraging empathy and understanding different perspectives.
Exactly. A powerful message, especially for a kids' show in the late 70s.
Definitely.
It shows that they wanted to go beyond just entertainment,
Mhm.
to offer something more thought-provoking.
Which brings us back to Commander Gampu. With all his experience, he must have some insightful views on how humans interact with other species.
Oh, absolutely. He's a moral compass for the cadets, guiding them through the complexities of interstellar relations.
Right.
He's seen the best and worst of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
He understands approaching these encounters with wisdom and compassion.
It's amazing how relevant those themes still are today. We might not be flying around in Seekers yet, but we're still dealing with diversity, understanding different cultures,
Right.
finding our place in a bigger world.
Exactly. And that's why Space Academy is so fascinating to revisit. Sure, it has those cheesy special effects and the retro look,
Yeah.
but its core message about humanity's potential for growth and understanding is still relevant.
It's easy to dismiss older shows as just nostalgia,
Yeah,
but they tackled complex issues in a way that was accessible for younger audiences.
absolutely. Space Academy wasn't just spaceships and lasers. It was about inspiring wonder, encouraging curiosity.
I'm completely sold on Space Academy now. But before we wrap up, I have to ask, what happened to the show? Why isn't it as famous as Star Trek or Star Wars?
It's a tough question. Space Academy only ran for one season,
Oh, wow.
which definitely hurt its visibility.
It sounds like it deserved more attention.
But even with just one season,
Oh,
it
yeah.
left behind a legacy of creativity, imagination,
Yeah.
and thought-provoking storytelling.
That's what counts, right?
Yeah.
It's about the impact a show has,
Yes.
the conversations it starts,
Mhm.
and how it inspires viewers to think differently. So even though Space Academy might not be a household name,
Right.
it's definitely a show that deserves another look
Yeah.
to be appreciated for its ambition, its creativity,
Absolutely.
and its willingness to tackle those big ideas. That the exploration never really ends. It just keeps
Yeah.
going, evolving, reaching for new horizons.
And that's a pretty inspiring thought to leave our listeners with. It's a reminder that even when the world feels small, there's always room for wonder, for discovery, for those what-if moments
Yeah.
that make us dream bigger.
So to everyone listening, if you're looking for a sci-fi adventure with heart, give Space Academy a try.
Yeah.
You might just discover your new favorite hidden gem.